Good day everyone, I am Ferdinand Magpayo from Group 5 of BSN 2-5, and today we decided to tackle and discuss to you about education technology, its social drivers, revolutions, and systems impact across history. This will be a comprehensive analysis of education technology evolution and societal dynamics. For our first part, it would be about social, political, and economic drivers that will be discussed by my groupmates.
Good day everyone. Today I will discuss the factors driving educational technology breakthroughs. There are four main factors that influence the growth of educational technology: the social, political, economic, and cultural factors. First is the social factors. Population growth and increasing literacy created a greater need for better learning tools. And the second one is the political factors. Governments invested in education and technology to support national development and innovation. And the third one is economic factors. As jobs became more technology driven, schools adapted to help students develop the skills needed for the modern workforce. And lastly, the cultural factors. The growing importance of equal access and lifelong learning encourage the wider use of educational technology. In conclusion, these four factors have shaped the development of EdTech, making education more accessible, engaging, and effective for learners everywhere.
So let's proceed to the power, science, and educational control. This slide explains how power, science, and governmental control have always been linked to education and technology. Education shapes people's belief, values, skills, and understanding of the world. Therefore, controlling education often means influencing society itself. In the early days of printing press, religious and political authorities controlled books and educational resources. That's why it is expensive. The printing press development fundamentally altered education. Books could now be produced more quickly, more cheaply, and greater quantities. As a result, more people became literate, educational resources were made available to schools, and knowledge was disseminated throughout various nations. During the Cold War era, in 1947 to 1991, when the US and the USSR were at the odds, education emerged as a crucial instrument for both domestic growth and international influence. To create skilled workers and bolster their economies and national securities. Governments made significant investment in STEM field. In order to enhance learning and get students ready for technological advancement, educational technologies like radio, televisions, and early computers were introduced. This period showed how education could boost economic expansion, innovation, and a nation's ability to compete. The digital era refers to the current period in which technology has transformed education through the internet, computers, artificial intelligence, and online learning platforms. Students can now access learning materials at any time and from any locations, making education more flexible, interactive, and personalized. While the digital era has improved digital education and collaboration, it has also introduced issues such as data privacy of the person, cybersecurity, misinformation, and unequal access to technology. To summarize, educational technology has transformed learning throughout history, from the printing press era to the Cold War era and the digital era. Each period brought new innovation that made education more accessible, effective, and technologically advanced. As technology advances, it is critical to use it responsibly and ensure that all people have equal access to quality educations. Let's proceed to the technological revolution in learning. It refers to major changes in education caused by technological advancement. It has changed how teachers teach and students learn by making education more interactive, accessible, and adaptable. Rather than relying solely on traditional classroom, students can now access information at any time and from any location using digital tools, online platforms, and smart devices.
Comparing technological eras and learning, there are three major eras. The first one is the Industrial Revolution. This is learning relied on printed books, slates, and chalkboards. Teaching following a standardized teacher-centered approach in physical classrooms with the goal of preparing students for factory work. The second one is Green Revolution era. Technology expanded to radio, television, and overhead projectors. This made distance learning possible through broadcast and correspondence courses, focusing on efficiency and improving literacy. The last one is Digital Revolution. Today, education uses computers, the internet, cloud technology, and artificial intelligence. Learning is more personalized, interactive, and accessible anytime and anywhere, while developing critical thinking, creativity, and digital literacy. Now, for the evolutionary timeline of EdTech or EdTech, the development of educational technology can be summarized into four stages. The first one is the 19th century, where schools mainly used textbooks and blackboards. The second one is mid-20th century. Audiovisual tools like educational films, radios, and projectors were introduced. The third one is the 1980s, 2000s. Personal computers, computer labs, and the internet transformed how students access information. And the last one is the 2010s to the present, wherein cloud-based learning system, mobile devices, online courses, and generate AI now support flexible and personalized learning. So in conclusion, educational technology has evolved from simple classroom tools to advanced digital platforms. Each era has improved how knowledge is delivered, making learning more accessible, engaging, and tailored to the needs of today's learners.
In this slide, system thinking and societal impacts. System thinking helps us understand how one innovation can affect many parts of society. For example, AI impacts education by improving learning, healthcare by helping doctors, and businesses by increasing productivity. This shows that one technological can create ripple effects across different areas of life. In short, everything is connected, and technology can influence society in many ways. For this slide, the network PC breakthrough. The network PC was major breakthrough because it connected computers through the internet. Instead of relying only on books, people could instantly access and share information through online. This transformed education by making learning faster, easier, and available to more people. It changed not only how we learn, but also how we connect and communicate.
Systematic mapping of EdTech impact. Educational subsystem shifted teachers from sage on stage to mentor, enabling asynchronous remote learning, personalized path, and real-time assessment. Economic subsystem created the high-tech knowledge worker economy, automated routine jobs while demanding continuous adult reskilling and digital skill fluency. Political and governance subsystem sparks policy debate over data privacy, algorithmic bias, state-funded digital infrastructure, and national AI competition. Then lastly is the cultural and equity subsystem, created globally learning network while exacerbating the digital divide, widening gaps between tech-empowered and under-resourced communities. Then, global EdTech adoption and equity divide. Sa high-income economies, we have 88%. Upper middle-income economies, we have 62%. Lower middle-income economies is 38%. Then lastly is the low-income economies or basic infrastructure, which has 18%.
To conclude, educational technology has grown because of social, political, economic, and cultural factors. These factors have shaped the way technology supports teaching and learning today. As the quote says, technology is a useful tool to effective teaching remains the core driver of educational transformation. This reminds us that although technology makes learning more accessible and engaging, it is still the guidance of teachers and participation of learners that make education truly meaningful. Technology should be used to enhance learning, not replace the human connection in education. That concludes our presentation, and thank you